Every single time their scenes come, I just fast forward. Because they're boring. Love is blind, but I think love is also deaf because this whole situation. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing okay and everybody is doing well. I can't lie, today's video is low-key giving me Love Island review throwbacks because I absolutely loved Love Island reviews, and today we're actually having almost like a Love is Blind season 2 recap, prediction, discussion, and also thoughts, because I know I'm not the only person who is thinking the things that I'm thinking when it comes to these couples. I know. Before we do get into today's video, I just want to let you know that there is a very annoying beeping sound coming from the fire alarm, just because the battery needs to be replaced. So if you hear a beeping noise, just notice that. And second of all, please understand that these are just my viewpoints, okay? If you agree, it's great. If you disagree, it's okay. Because I know during Love Island there were people coming for my neck for having an opinion. Like, you all have opinion, guys. It's okay. So yeah, as I usually and I always say, please get cozy and comfortable with your hot Ribena. I have mine here. I always have my hot Ribena here, you just don't see me drinking it. But yeah, please get cozy and comfortable with your hot Ribena and your snacks, and I really hope you enjoy the rest of this video. Okie dokie, so let's get started. First things first is, I do think this season of Love is Blind didn't really match up to season 1 of Love is Blind, if I'm going to be really honest with you. I think it did take me quite a while to get into the episodes, but then when the storyline started to develop, I was like, okay, we may have something here. As you know, Love is Blind season 2 is available on Netflix, and the season finale is going to take place on Friday. I believe it's Friday. Yeah, Friday the 25th of February, when we're actually going to see the weddings and see who says I do and see who says I do not. So let us get into the couples. So firstly, I want to start off with Shaina and Kyle, then I want to speak about Shaina and Shayne, and then I want to speak about Shayne and Natalie, because I feel like there's a whole little situ going on there and we need to dissect that. We're starting off with Shaina and Kyle. Okay, I am a huge advocate for your faith, and I did respect the fact that she wasn't necessarily willing to compromise on that, because that is a big thing, being from one religion, someone not even believing that there is a God, and you know, it's just, there's a lot of friction there. But I honestly do feel like when Kyle did propose and Shaina said yes, she should have honestly just said no. Whether Shayne was around, yes or no, it doesn't matter, but you should have said no, because you knew in your heart, like deep down in your heart, that this isn't something that could work, and you knew it couldn't work because you know that you guys share different beliefs. Second of all, when Kyle was like, oh, you're holding my mother's ring, not trying to be rude or anything, but that doesn't mean, like, not saying that doesn't mean anything, oh that sounds really bad, but basically what I'm trying to say is I don't feel like that should have thrown Shaina off. You felt like there wasn't necessarily a great connection there, or you felt like your faith was something that you could not compromise with, or you as a Christian don't actually believe that you can be with someone who doesn't believe in God, then whether he tells you that it's his mother's ring or his grandmother's ring or his sister's ring, you should have just said no. I was at first very happy when Shaina and Kyle did go to Shaina's home, and you know, they're asking him about his faith and his religion, and Kyle's laughing about it, but it's not actually funny because these people are asking you, not even if you're a Christian, if you are born again. So they're really letting you know, oh, this is serious stuff. But when the family made the comment about, oh, you know, being American, it really gave Make America Great Again. It was giving TRUMP supporters, okay? Not that there's anything wrong in, you know, having your own viewpoint, but you know what I mean. Without saying a lot, I am certainly saying a lot. So I wasn't really too surprised that Shaina ended up calling it off with Kyle. I do feel like Kyle felt like Shaina was out of his league as well, which is why he definitely wanted it to work. But honestly, someone is cooking oil, someone is cooking water. It just wasn't ever going to mix. So I'm not really surprised at that. Moving on to Shaina and Shayne. I have words. First of all, Shaina was completely wrong. No one can convince me otherwise that what she done was okay. It is a little too late for you to express your feelings to Shayne just because you know he is deciding to take Natalie seriously and will potentially propose to her. It's too late, and sometimes chances come and go. Sometimes people miss their chances, but you have to keep your head high and walk away. She was not right for her to go to Shayne and thus be speaking to other people. But do you even know if he's a Christian? Because that was your deal breaker with Kyle. And from all I remember in the conversations that you had in the pods, all you and Shayne were doing was speaking about, oh, what are you wearing today? That was it. Everything was sexual. It was given very much lust, and it wasn't given love at all. And I think another reason as to why, I'm really digressing, I'm jumping, but I think another reason as to why Shayna was speaking like that is because I don't actually feel that Shayna sees Natalie as a threat. Many people have their speculations as to why. A lot of people are saying it is down to ethnicity. A lot of people are saying that it's down to her looks. You know, maybe she just feels like she's prettier, she has more pizzazz, and she has more of a sexual attraction to Shayne. But he ended up proposing to her anyway, so you really need to let that go. It was given very much bitter Betty. Very bitter Betty. Briefly moving on again then to Natalie and Shayne. My cousin actually said this, and I 100% agree. Love is blind, but I think love is also deaf, because I don't think anyone sees what Natalie sees in Shayne, and that's okay because love is subjective to the individual. But Shayne really doesn't give. For me anyway, Shayne doesn't give. I honestly think Natalie is an absolute sweetheart. You can tell that she's very well mannered, she's very well presented, she looks after herself, she's very caring, and she just seems very sweet. And don't get me wrong, I do understand that opposites do quote unquote attract, but I really don't know what Natalie sees in Shayne at all. I really don't know. Those are my viewpoints on that situation. Moving on to Sal and Mallory. Oh my gosh, why am I laughing? That's so bad. Okay. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't laugh, but this whole situation, I need to stop. When Sal brought out that ukulele, oh my gosh, I need to stop, hold on. You can tell that Sal is really trying to make things work with Mallory. Everyday concert, every day bringing out machine and coming to sing and all of that, right? And I think even Lisa mentioned this as well, that Mallory wasn't crying because she cared. She was crying because she has the ick. She's crying because she has the ick. And I personally feel like there is a big imbalance there. I think Sal definitely likes Mallory more than Mallory likes him. And we will end up speaking more about Jarrette. Is it Jarrette? Look at me, Jarrette later on, because there is a link there as well. I think that although she does think that Sal is actually quite sweet, she's not with it. Yeah, I'll say that. To Jarrette and Iyanna, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm butchering the names today. First things first, I do want us to get into the fact that Iyanna was Jarrette's second choice. And personally for me, that was very interesting and very off-putting. And although she did end up saying yes, and you know, they ended up meeting each other, and I think she's an absolute sweetheart. Like, she just seems like a really big ball of energy and sunshine and radiating good news and good joy. I understand why she feels some type of way, because at the end of the day, I was your second choice. And in case you guys don't actually remember, Jarrette was crying, like crying oceans and rivers and Niles. Like, the tears that he cried when Mallory said that she has a stronger connection with Sal was not normal. It wasn't normal. And personally, I actually feel like he didn't really have that much of a strong connection with her. I feel like his connection was definitely stronger with Iyanna. So for him to make her his second choice, very interesting. But I am very happy that Iyanna did say yes, because I think they're really cute together. I think they're absolutely so cute together. And can we even get into her adoptive mum and dad, please? Like, her adoptive parents are absolutely amazing. Good vibes, asking the right questions, okay? That's what we love to see. But yeah, I honestly do feel like they would work, but Jarrette definitely does need to change his lifestyle. But I feel like he's willing to do that for her. Mentally, I actually feel like they're both in different places. And I think it is very clear even in the conversations that they do have. So he did mention that, you know, he wants to start kids right away, like he's in his 30s, he's ready for this, and she wants to go back to school. Like, starting a family is a couple years away on her mind, and he's like, boom, 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 we need to get this done. So I feel like there does need to be kind of like a compromise there, because she is still relatively young, and you can never take a woman away from education, because knowledge is power, honey. And I feel like, I hope anyway, that he'll be quite understanding of that. But other than that, I think they are absolute sweethearts. Like, I love them so much. The height difference is so cute, and she just seems, like I said, like a ball of energy and just, you know, good vibes, definitely good vibes. But yeah, I'm really hoping they make it work. Really hoping they make it work. Moving on to Deepti and Shake. First of all, I absolutely love Deepti. I think she has very good energy. I don't know why I'm really feeling like energies for some reason, but I think she has a really good vibe. And I do love the fact that she was very open and honest about her insecurities and some of the things that she dealt with in the past, especially with being overweight and losing weight and all of that. I've honestly felt that was so beautiful, because she didn't have to speak about her insecurities, but she did, and she done it because she's with Shake and she loves him. Personally, I don't actually feel like Shake took the information well, only because like even when she came out in the bikini like for the first time and she was conscious of her body and stuff, I feel like he should have made her feel a bit more loved and a bit more appreciated, but instead he was like, oh, she reminds me of my auntie. And I'm just like, what type of comment is that, Shake? What type of comment is that? But I do love the fact that they're both from the same culture, and I feel like for them, especially with the Indian culture just being so traditional and also being a certain type of way, it is nice for them because they don't necessarily need to explain certain things to each other. They just literally get it, and I really hope they make it work. I really do. And last but not least, let's move on to the most boring couple, Nick and Danielle. To me, okay, let me just nip that in the bud. This is most certainly to me. I feel really bad, but every single time their scenes come, I just fast forward because they're boring. I don't know if I like Nick as a character. Once again, I feel like he has very weird energy. Sorry, I don't know where this energy thing is coming from, but I think he has very weird energy. Like, I wasn't pleased with how he was just constantly trying to get intel and information into other people's couplings and, oh, what do you guys do? What do you guys talk about? Even with the whole Shaina and Shayne and Natalie situation, like, he was definitely just trying to stir the pot. Danielle as well, on the other hand, do you feel like she's very uncertain, and for that reason, is this really something that she should really go for? Only because she looks for situations and issues and problems with everything. Literally, let's say they're holding hands and he decides to move his hand to itch his head. I feel like Danielle will come and say, oh, by the way, Nick, like, I just feel like you're being very distant, like you're really pushing me away. Like, that's the type of vibe that I do get from her, and I think for that reason, that's why I just don't really care for their scenes too tough. They just, yeah, no, that just, yeah. We did already receive a glimpse into some of the weddings. We saw a glimpse into Deepti and Shake. From what I saw, I think it's a success. I'm very happy about that. We also saw a glimpse into Iyanna and Jarrette's wedding. These people are good at editing. They want to keep us on our toes, so I'm not going to be too surprised if, yeah, you never know. Then we also got glimpses of the other weddings as well. So I think the finale is going to be absolutely amazing. Like I did say, overall, I do feel like this season of Love is Blind was actually quite underwhelming just compared to season 1. But maybe that's just because people have such high standards for season 1, because season 1 was actually very enjoyable. But I think what will even be even more enjoyable is the reunion, because I know they are definitely going to make that Shaina situation a bigger situation than it needs to be. And they just need to stop giving her screen time, because you snooze, darling, you lose. So yeah, guys, that is the end of my Love is Blind season 2 review. And as always, like I said, whether you agree, whether you disagree, it is okay. We're all different individuals, and with us being different individuals, sometimes we all have different takes on certain situations and things that we also watch and see. So I'd love to hear your comments, or not hear your comments because I can't hear comments, I can read them though. I'd love to read your comments down below to let me know if you agree or disagree and your reasons why, and maybe also your predictions to see who is actually going to say I do and who is going to walk away. Yeah, I think that'd be quite nice. So feel free to comment it down below. All comments and all feedback is welcome, as long as you're not being rude, because then it gets blocked. So yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed, of course be sure to subscribe, and also follow me on my Instagram and also on my Twitter at SarahDestinyX. And I thank you guys so much for watching. Please do take care, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.